One of the biggest costs you will ever face as an intended farmer or an existing farmer is the cost of feed. In fact, feed alone can take up to 70% of your total production cost. Buying day-old chicks and placing them in the brooder is one thing. Being able to feed them to maturity is another great thing. So, if you want to run a profitable farm as a beginner, or you want to maintain poultry farming as a profitable venture with little money, learning how to beat this high percentage of your production cost down, which is feed cost, is very important. Buying commercial feed is not the only option in feeding your chickens, especially broilers. But the truth is, there are smarter and cheaper ways to feed your chickens without affecting their growth or egg production. In this video today, I will be sharing with you simple and proven ways to beat your feed cost down while still keeping your chickens healthy and productive. Some of these tips are great for small-scale production, while others work well for both small-scale and large-scale. Welcome to Farmbiz with Markay. In this channel, we show you how to maximize profit in farming through creativity. If you are new to this channel, kindly do well to hit the subscribe button. One of the best and most effective ways is making your own feed instead of buying branded feed from the store or directly from the factory. When you buy commercial feed, you are not just paying for the feed, you are also covering the cost of branding, processing, packaging, and transportation. But if you buy the raw ingredients, especially separately, like the energy and protein ingredients, and mix them yourself, you can save up to 40% cost on feed. Though this depends on the amount of time at your disposal and your knowledge on feed formulation. You also have full control over the quality and nutrition, so you know exactly what your chickens are eating. Fish waste and scraps can also help you save money as alternative for soybean meal, that is protein source for your feed formulation. Instead of buying costly fish meal, you can collect fish leftover from markets or fishing area, even crayfish waste from the market as well. Just clean, cook, dry, and grind them into powder. Then mix it with your feed in the correct ratio to add protein to your feed. Avoid using raw fish because it can affect the quality of the eggs laid by your layers. Another way to cut down your feed cost is to replace corn, that is energy source, with industrial byproduct like Indomie waste. Remember, the aim is to cut down the feed cost and still get good result. Hence, you must compare the cost of this industrial byproduct with corn before going this route. Now, if you want to cut feed cost even more, another great method is growing some of these ingredients yourself if you have the land. Instead of buying all your feeds, imagine if you could produce some of them on your own farmland. If you have even a small piece of land, you can grow several crops that are commonly used in chicken feed. Maize or corn is one of the most important energy source. Soya beans and sunflower are great protein source as well. Growing your own feed saves a lot of money if you can. For example, imagine buying 100 kilograms of maize every month. If the price per kilogram is, for instance, $50, that means you are spending about $50 every month just on maize. But if you grow your maize yourself, you cut that cost completely, or at least reduce it over a year. This can save you hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Another benefit is that when you grow your own crops, you don't have to worry about price increases or increment. When prices go up, it won't affect you in any way because you have your own supply. However, growing your own feed is only useful if you store it properly. If you don't, you could lose a lot of it to mold, pest, or spoilage. To prevent this, always dry grains properly before storing them to keep them free of mold. Use airtight container or rodent-proof sacks to prevent them from pests. Now, keep storage area dry and well ventilated to avoid damp conditions that could cause spoilage. It is also very important not to store your grains or feed close to the wall, that is, store them away from the wall. This is also very, very important to avoid spoilage. Another great way to save money on feed is to buy feed ingredients or feed in large amounts at the right time. Many farmers don't pay attention to this, but it can make a huge difference in cutting feed cost. Let's talk about how this works. One of the easiest way to lower chicken feed cost is to buy in bulk, but you must have a good place to store them before buying. This is also very, very important. Many beginners farmers don't realize that feed prices change depending on seasons. If you buy at the wrong time, you will spend a lot more than you need to. But if you buy at the right time, you can save a lot of money. Now you might be thinking, I don't have enough money to buy a large amount at a time. But there are ways to make it possible. One way is to join a group or cooperative, because you might not be able to succeed alone. If you team up with other farmers, you can buy in bulk together and share the cost. This also saves cost when using branded feed. That is, you and other farmers buying in bulk and then sharing them. This way you get wholesale prices instead of paying retail prices. Another way is to negotiate with suppliers. Some suppliers offer discount if you agree to buy a certain amount over time. Of course, buying in bulk only works if you can store the feed properly. If you don't store it well, it could spoil and could end up losing, you could end up losing money instead of saving it. To keep feed fresh, make sure it is stored in a dry place away from moisture and pests. Buying in bulk is a great way to save money, but there is an even better trick, which leads us to the fourth way of cutting down cost on feed. That is, using concentrate instead of fully mixed commercial feed. This method works well for both small scale and large scale farm. Yet many farmers don't know about it. It can make a huge difference in cutting cost. Let's talk about how it works. Many farmers, especially beginners, think they only have two choices when it comes to feeding their chicken. Buying branded commercial feed or mixing everything from scratch. But as a beginner, buying branded feed might be a best option for you, except you already know how to formulate feed before you could go for that other option. Now, but there is another option that saves money while keeping chicken healthy. Using concentrate, that is the option. Concentrates are high protein supplement that already contains important vitamins, minerals, and amino acid that chickens need to stay healthy. Instead of buying complete branded commercial feed, which can be quite expensive at times, you can use a concentrate and mix it with your own grains like maize or wheat. You can also add maize bran or wheat bran to improve the texture and nutritional balance. This method gives your chicken the same essential nutrients, but at a much lower cost, making it a great option for farmers looking to save money while maintaining quality feed. Using concentrate is easy. Instead of buying fully mixed feed, you just buy a concentrate and follow the mixing instruction given by the manufacturers. Since concentrates are already packed with vitamins and minerals, you don't need to buy expensive premix like the broilers finisher premix or broiler starter premix, as the case may be. This simple switch can help you cut feed costs in a big way. Even if you have the best feed mix, you could still be losing money without realizing it. Feed waste is one of the biggest reasons farmers spend more than they should. Chickens often spill, scratch or ignore feed if it is not given properly. To stop this waste, use the right feeders. Only use the tray feeder for chicks for the first few days and then switch to other form of feeders accordingly. So it's better to use a proper feeder that prevents spillage. Also, don't overfill feeders. Chickens love fresh feed. Feed them in bits so that they don't waste extra feed. It is best to give them just what they need and add more when needed. Keeping clean water available at all times also helps them, because dehydrated chicken eat more than they actually need. This can as well lead to feed wastage. So ensure there is cool, clean water available to them at all times. And any water you cannot drink, as I always say, do not give to your birds. You can also save money by using free or low cost feed source like kitchen leftover and farm scraps like broken rice, vegetable peels, leftover grains, and fruit scrap can reduce feed cost. This is especially useful for free range chicken, as they can also forage for additional nutrients. Just make sure the scraps are free of mud to keep your chicken healthy. Another simple trick to save money on feed is fermenting feed. Soaking grains for 1 to 2 days increases their volume. For example, soaking 2 kg of maize can yield about 4 kg. That is nearly doubling the original amount. Fermentation also helps chickens absorb more nutrients, so they eat less but still feel full. It also improves digestion, boosts their health, and save you money in the long run. Another smart way to save on feed is by using a free-range system, especially for organic or backyard chickens. Allowing your chickens to roam freely enables them find their own food, such as insects, grasses, and seeds. This reduces the amount of commercial feeds needed while keeping them active and healthy. Though this will make the chicken take longer time to get to a slaughter weight, this can be improved by supplementing some quantity of commercial or home mixed feed. Cutting feed cost is not about doing just one thing. It's about using several proven methods that fit your farm's need. Start small, be observant, and keep learning. See what works for you and slowly expand your cost-saving method. Now that you know the ways to cut down on chicken feed cost, that is mixing your own feed, growing your own feed ingredients, using alternative protein source, buying feed or feed ingredients in bulk, using concentrate instead of fully mixed feed, reducing feed wastage by using the proper feeders, utilizing kitchen waste and farm scraps for local chickens, implementing a free-range system, and fermenting chicken feed. Put some of them to practice and let's see your result in the comment section below. Again, if you find this video helpful, kindly hit the subscribe button for more videos like this. Turn on the notification icon, like and comment in the comment section below, as this will help us to grow our channel and reach a larger audience. Happy poultry farming.